Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Calgary Esports League of Legends Championship Series featuring us, your host, Drew Trackout Crawford. Joining me on the desk, as always, my faithful co-host and compatriot, Jojo Barrientos, aka JB Red Phoenix, in the chat. We're going to be taking you through Week 7 of the Calgary Esports League inaugural championship series, and I got through all of that. I am incredibly proud of myself.
Is that one breath? That's gotta be
that was one breath, yeah.
Man, you never cease to amaze me, Drew. You never cease to amaze me.
So, we got a full action-packed 3 games. 3 games. You heard that right. 3 games this week. Not 2, not 1. We had 2 last week, but don't worry. You're going to get your full host of us for the entire evening. Jojo, how are you doing this today?
Gonna just get on the rift a little bit. Not my best effort.
Not your best effort.
But a little bit of a buggy patch, this one.
Yeah, a little bit of a buggy patch. I blame Teamfight Tactics. Rideau is putting their money where their mouth is and saying Teamfight Tactics is, in fact, the future of League of Legends. So,
I'm
sneaky,
not going to question it.
Start practicing. I know I've seen it on the stream, but just keep at it. You're going to be a master at it.
Licorice, that goes same for you too, buddy.
Same thing for everyone.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Any things you want to go into straight before we get into Team Wind versus Bushtown?
No, send it.
Perfect.
We'll do it there.
I love this thing. I know, right?
But you have so much power with that button.
I have so much power with this button. Right. Why don't you take us through a couple of interesting picks?
Honestly, for Bushtown right now, the support, Leona, I'm a little hesitant on this one. She did get some nerfs to her R. The fact that she can't cast another auto attack during the cast of her R is kind of a big hit.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Now, on the side of Bushtown, I see full solo queue, really. Like, let's see. Tryndamere, Jax, Azir. Really, it's just Ashe and Leona, which would be like the only like synergy bottom, but everyone else is like damage, damage, damage.
So yeah, not a lot of healing in the kit here, but I can also say the same for Team Win. No heal, not a single healing item in the kit.
I mean the Alawi. The Alawi smash the ultimate, smash on top of everyone, smash everything.
Yeah, but it's more damage. That's more damage. I do not see a single healer in this game.
You're right. Yeah, in terms of like a Sonatara kind of thing, definitely not seeing that. Yeah, not a whole lot I can really say about the Cho'Gath mid.
I picked up. I was trying to play. I got to play Kai'Sa for the first time, which wasn't bad. And I wasn't amazing, but you know what? It's hey. To be fair, I'm still learning this, guys.
Fair enough. Well, we've seen this kind of stuff before. Yeah. Cho'Gath, Sion. We've seen all these champions pop up before. We know that Team Wind is on an updraft. And we know the Bushtown is kind of hiding away in those bushes, hoping to make the picks. So nothing that we can really say that's going to change the styles that these guys have cemented themselves in.
Yeah, really put it on brand there, Drew.
I could definitely go for it. All ready to go?
Let's go.
All right, going into game number 1, Team Wind versus Bushtown.
Game 1. Bushtown versus Team Wind.
And welcome back to the Rifts. I miss this place. Immediately, level 1 aggression. You're chasing Leona. Are you sure you want to do this, Kai'Sa?
You sure you know what you're doing?
4-man stack on the bot side. Bushtown does seem to be going questionably forward.
It's a little hesitant. I don't think they want to be trying to catch people out this early in the match, especially with the Cho'Gath on what, barely any items.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I'm seeing now that I reversed the name tags in the pick ban, and I apologize for that. It looks like Bushtown is on blue side and Team Wind is on red side.
Oh.
And yeah, no, that was the only mistake I made. So
okay.
We're good.
So then it was Bushtown's Team Wind's comp then.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Sorry.
Anyway.
So, standard start by the looks of it. We've got Jax going for his blue buff. And we've got Sejuani going for her red buff. And we've got Cho'Gath letting an ability here on the Azir.
Nothing fancy here. Oh,
okay.
almost.
Kai'Sa with the cheeky. I mean, she did scale that as opposed to taking Q first, which apparently is the new meta thing to do.
I still take Q
Ooh.
first.
This, okay, I'm going to say Tryndamere, one of my favorite mini games. Stack until you have enough rage that you can basically play the game of who gets to win lane randomly.
Yeah, the free roll.
Free roll is always the best kind of roll. As we just see Bushtown and Team Win trading in the bot lane. Not too much early aggression. We kind of expected this, despite the fact that it's kill lane with Cylon.
I am kind of surprised that Bushtown isn't pushing Team Win really hard here. I understand with the Leona engage is actually pretty difficult. That being said, you're going against a Scion here, and that's not mostly the most common route here. Even in solo queue, I don't see a lot of Scion.
I see him as kill lane.
Yeah.
Once you get the ultimate, you can basically charge in, and very few ADCs have the ability to dodge out immediately from his ultimate without flashing, so it is a potentially terrifying engage. You know who else has a terrifying engage, though? Leona.
Yep.
Let's just drop a sun on your face. That sounds like a great idea.
It's just cruel sun right out of...
That's good. I like that. Lionheart, 7 Deadly Sins for all you anime weebs up here. We know you're out there. Don't even try and hide.
You know, the weeb pride is real. Come on.
Weeb pride. Oh, yeah. But,
Anyway.
moving down the line, we do see a massive 200 gold lead, a Q for the side of Bushtown.
That's good. It's good for them. I think that the fact that they're being able to push... so far, bot lane's keeping it pretty even so far. Mid lane's starting to shove into Team Wind here. And top lane, I think the only top lane matchup right now is that Jax versus... that Jax matchup.
Sejuani is going to go in for an early gank, though, onto the top side. The spin to win is unfortunately a spin to die by the looks of it, as he's still going after Sejuani. He gets the burn onto her and slices through for first blood. Beautiful 2v1 outplay. Illaoi not able to do even close to as much damage as she needs. She is able to get a nice bit of damage, but it's going to be there. Spin to win. That I was just saying, it's spin to win, and you spin to get out. You spin to get in. You spin to get damage. You spin to kill the ADC in one hit, and you spin to get out. Just keep spinning.
I don't really like the third option, but you know, it's there.
It's there. Very good play, though.
Big hit right there.
Beautiful. And we see half damage immediately onto the Ashe. She's able to turn around and get a little bit of damage, but it doesn't look like it's going to be nearly enough. Short trade goes the way of Bushtown.
I wouldn't say it's a short trade. I've seen like a little bit of shorter trades than that, but like it's a pretty modest.
Okay, so it was longer than 2 seconds. All right.
I've seen trades go longer than that. Come on.
I've seen team fights go shorter than that too.
Yeah, that's true.
I love Illaoi for this. Just hey, let's just get free damage.
Just free roll them.
Just free roll everything.
The one thing I'm actually surprised to see, and I'm looking over at Illaoi's build here, is she's taking Kleptomancy. And this is what I've seen a couple of times. I think I've just seen this a couple of times from Bushtown. There's the Kleptomancy of Illaoi. Very, very strong because of getting that early gold lead. And just being able to turn that into items very quickly is going to be one of her major power spikes.
Agreed. Now we see Jax make a follow-up gank onto the side of the Illaoi, but just getting a few taps in. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, you're tanky. I'm not going to go in on you. Is basically the way that kind of went.
Turns out Illaoi thick. Who knew?
Okay, you got me there.
Yup.
Sejuani making a roam mid, but realistically, it's just to allow for a little bit of flame pressure. You see?
The spin to win.
Spin to win, and then get a random crit, because, you know, Tryndamere things.
Dude, I swear, every Tryndamere I've ever faced has been super lucky with her crits. They can have 0% crit chance and still crit. How?
Well, because of his rage stacks, but you know that the random RNG spin to win. Smash a giant sword on top of that. Did you know that a giant sword being smashed on top of your head hurts? No idea.
I didn't know, Drew.
Yeah.
I didn't think I needed to know that, but now that I know that, it's good to know.
You didn't realize you needed to know it, but frankly speaking, now that you know it, you're glad that you know it.
Oh yeah, now I'm super.
We see Azir. Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's...
Hi, Azir. And that was a cheeky little flash. Ignite is down, and the Jax is there to follow up on the Cho'Gath. So unfortunately, it looks like the Cho'Gath is going to get turned around. Hopefully, we'll get back to that replay in just a second as we see top lane trading as more.
Nope,
but no, Cho'Gath got out.
Nice.
Cho'Gath. My southern accent is starting to come through. I'm actually a real southerner.
Come on, Drew.
Didn't you know that?
I don't think I did. Anyway,
It's not true, but
as we see Sejuani take red and see if she could start pathing towards the bot lane.
maybe. But they're kind of pushed in, so I don't expect that all too soon. It's just an Ocean Dragon as well, so I don't think there's going to be too much contention around there.
I'd still probably just make a slow... Like, I wouldn't make a huge play for it, but, like, it's one of those things where if you can take it, it's like a free roll take.
Yeah, and I mean, it would be nice for both the mid laners and even the top laners a little bit, but most of the mid laners just getting Cho some sustain to get through the Azir. Like,
Yeah.
it's Azir. Azir hurts.
He hurts.
And then he
a
gets
lot.
items, and he hurts more. And then he gets even more items, and he attacks more, and he does more damage. But Jackson's going to be coming in here. He slams immediately onto the Cho'Gath, down to a quarter health, is able to get a very good knock-up. Flash is not available, but
Oh, doesn't matter!
does not matter. Azir sends his soldiers to the doom, but it doesn't matter because he got the kill.
Beautifully done, Azir. Sending
And-
the soldiers under the tower for a free roll.
Free roll because you can outrange the towers as Azir, which is, by the way, one of the absolutely funniest things that we see. But the stabs come through, stabby stab with the thwacky thwack. And by that I mean the Jaxy Jax. As we see Bushtown starting to make a little bit of a roam towards, or at least trying to get a setup around this Ocean Drake.
Looks like it's a really good. It's going to be a really good play for both sides of for both teams here. Even though Team Win is up.
Ultimate is dropped onto Tryndamere, but it doesn't really matter as he's just going to town on Alawi. Does he even burn his ultimate? No.
I don't think you need it, especially.
He
when
didn't need it. Nope. One item versus almost 2 item Alawi, so like, whatever.
That's a major item though. That recurve bow hurts like a truck.
That's Jax.
Oh.
We see Hydra.
Oh. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, they messed up their ordering.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tiamat Tryndamere, that's pretty normal. That being said, it still hurts a lot.
Oh yeah, and especially if you start getting those crits, like Alawi fighting a Tryndamere with a full rage stack is just not nice. As we see, Jack's going to be dodging in there. Nice arrow is going to be coming down. Radiant Dawn has dropped the sun on top of there. Kaisa goes immediately in, is able to get a decent amount of damage, but she's down to half health as the damage starts to come through for the side of Bushtown. But no! We see Team Win turn it around almost immediately, getting a double kill. Now a 3-4-2 for the side of Team Win. Alawi's doing everything she can to keep her turret alive. Gets a nice little soul steal, and she is off to the races as we see the slow Ocean Drake starting to do a little bit of hurty damage. Tentacles hurt, just so you know, but he still has his ultimate, so I don't think he's too worried. Question mark, flash.
No, he used his rage just to heal up a little bit more. He turn around.
But he still has his ultimate, right? Yeah, he still has his
Oh, he
ultimate.
does.
He's
He's
totally
not-
fine.
He's way past 6.
He's fine.
Spins.
Oh, but the ultimate nice dash in, but the other range is still there. That's exactly what I was worried about. Jax is going to be taking a little bit of damage down to roughly half health, but he is able to get out with a nice little shield proc as we see Tryndamere go back to his lane. I'm fine. It's cool. Chill. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, guys.
Let me get a little pissed off for a hot second, then we all good.
Tryndamere is the ultimate Kyle. Let me get pissed off for a little bit, and then I'll be fine. Oh, but ultimate onto no. As we see a couple of tower shots come through, is Tryndamere going to go for it? I'd be really surprised. Alawi still hurts.
It looks a little dicey right now.
That looks a little bit dicey, but the Jax is here to return. Going to be dashing in there, trying to get the stun, but is not in time. Tryndamere is able to get a little bit of damage in. I Can Rage Quit gets on the board. By the way, I Can Rage Quit, best name ever for Tryndamere.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you there. I've seen many Tryndamere's rage quit on me.
Sejuani is being cheeky, hiding up in the bush. Kind of waiting for Tryndamere to pull the trigger and try and get some turret damage before dabbing onto him, but...
Well, she's still there. I don't know if she's going to make the move yet. She's not... The
Oh,
tower's not pushed in.
not in range for the tower, so not able to get a huge amount of damage. Tryndamere is only on half health. Drops the ignite. He's going to be diving. Sejuani and bye-bye. No can do. Solo Q is best Q in this. And Tryndamere is doing a lot of Qs.
Yeah.
A lot of Qs.
That's a lot of Qs.
And his Qs hurt.
That always makes me nervous as a support and as an AD carry. So, yeah.
Makes me really nervous as an AD carry. Like, hey, you know how you wanted to live and do damage? Well,
how about no?
How about a 4-0 Tryndamere? How does that feel?
Ugh.
Good. Yeah,
A
good.
4-0 Tryndamere with a BS sword? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Looks like he's not completing the Ravenous Hydra. I don't believe that's the build for Ravenous Hydra. I could be
No,
wrong.
he's going to go... I think he's going to go the Titanic Hydra route here.
Titanic Hydra?
Yeah.
That or maybe he's going Essence Reaver. I've seen it happen a couple of times, but I'd be really surprised since that doesn't really synergize since he has no mana. Question mark?
Yeah, I would...
You have Sword for extra.
There.
Scion ultimate is going to go through, but it's shot wide. Leona is taking a decent chunk of damage down to half. We see Jax get bursted down, but not enough damage, and they just get blue buff for the consolation prize. Bushtown is not too good fighting in the bush, actually.
I wouldn't put it past me to see if he makes a big play here, but like coming out of the bush like that, a little risky in my opinion.
Yeah, we do see them try and pull the trigger finally. Scion Ultimate is definitely going to be able to get at least a few summoners. We don't see anything except for... No, we don't actually see any summoners being burned.
I think he just missed it wide.
Yeah, just shot wide. We do see some damage going down on turret. Looks like first plate is going to drop. And some extra money is going for the side of Bushtown as we see 19,000 to 21,000 at 13 minutes a game. Definitely not the biggest lead we've seen at 13 minutes. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, no. The last couple of games that we've seen has been some pretty substantial leads here, but this game in particular is pretty almost even.
We see the ultimate go down on Tryndamere as he's just tanking the tower. Doesn't even care.
Turret play falls.
Wow.
As bot lane looks like he's going to try and rotate. Oh, good.
Gets a nice proc, but doesn't look like it's going to be followed through. Not too surprising, considering Leona is literally right there, and they have the potential for a stun lock.
Yeah, I could see it here. Like this, the Leona engaged, the Ash Arrow.
Sejuani hanging around on the bot side. I don't think she's going to be able to get through just yet. We do see...
He needs to really make a play here and really go into that second
the
bush.
bot side backs off, so nothing's really going to be coming of that. Azir is still pushing in. Let's take a look down the CS lines. We do see a massive lead incurring for the side of Azir, which we kind of expected, but Cho'Gath, I don't know who comes in better out of this trade. Ooh, cheeky little soul steal as Tryndamere comes by. But it looks like, despite the fact that there was a ward, they were respecting it, nothing happens. Kaisa is able to get a huge chunk of damage. The Q does land onto both, but it's too little too late. Leona and Ashe both burn their sums, and they are out.
That's a clear needed for those summoner spells just to burn those down. Azir and Cho'Gath now trying to make some moves on each other as they both run back to lane.
Crucially, though, Leona managed to save her flash, so the focus onto Ashe might not have been as good as we were really expecting. We see Tryndamere. He is going, but there is the ultimate, and just easy peasy. You can never forget that the rage is there.
Yeah, you can't underestimate Tryndamere's ultimate, especially when he's got full stack of rage. You need to be careful, especially under tower, because once he goes on dying rage,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
He's gonna get first turret, and that is 5-0. Kind of what we were expecting, but maybe not this hard. 121 CS to 97. I'd like to see it, but I would estimate that he probably has a 2,000 or 3,000 gold lead.
So I'm looking at his minions and trying to do some math in my head here.
Quick mental math. He's 27. If he is 27 minions ahead of him, and he's done 5 kills, and he got all the turret plates except for 1, as well as the turret and solo gold without being shared between the teams, how many thousands gold is he about to take an absolute pound town to Alawi with?
3,500.
Probably. We do see 23,000 to 27,000. So, despite the fact Tryndamere is winning hard, he is pretty much the entire team of Team Wind.
Yeah. Well, he's putting a lot of wind behind the Team Win sails here. As you see Ash trying to put the Hawkeye down.
Definitely. Azir is also doing a cheeky amount of damage with a 3-0. As he's just going in on Alawi. Hi Alawi. Bye Alawi. Here comes the Jax. Here comes the Scion. Scion is going to be able to get a nice double knock-up. And he's able to get the Q as follow-up.
Jeez.
But no flash committed to try and get the feast, unfortunately. Radiant Dawn goes wide, but does flash for it. A nice flash from Kai'Sa keeps her alive. That was very much needed. Nobody was going to be coming for her anytime soon. Cheeky little dodge. Very good turnaround.
Yep, and honestly, that Kai'Sa has been playing a little bit on the far backside. I was hoping to see a little bit more of an aggressive Kai'Sa here, especially when you land the W. You can easily go in, slam your R, and then just mash the keyboard.
Yeah, but I'm curious exactly. Oh, is that an Ohm? No, okay, that's a Feather Duster. I was gonna say, is that an Ohm Wrecker? Because I'm not wearing my glasses, and I was really excited for more tower dives, but no. That would be nonsensical. Tryndamere doesn't need no help.
Well, here's the thing: is this with Tryndamere, especially with the Ohm Wrecker now, it's basically pushing towers and then pushing base. And you drop the Ohm Wrecker in the base.
And frankly speaking, Alawi can't do anything versus them. Scion is just getting demolished. They trade 1 kill for the side of a turret, but no, they managed to get a secondary, as it looks like the Blade of the Rune King is going to be dropped onto Ashe as well. Azir is here to pull on the side, and he pushes the wall straight into her face. Rift Herald is also being secured, so while Bushtown is able to get a cheeky little turret, it doesn't matter, as Team Wind, with the wind in their sails, is going strong towards a 31 to 26,000 gold lead. Definitely starting to scale up this point.
Yep, and you'd see the Tryndamere is going to be definitely be in the front line of Team Win here with the Leona.
Well, I mean, he's licensed to kill.
He's got a license to kill.
He's got a license to kill.
Yeah, of course.
007.
I said licensed to kill.
Licensed. all right. You get that one.
Yes.
We see Team Win just taking more turrets, by the way. 3 turrets to 1.
This is all Teams Win's game. There's like, Bushtown needs to really turn around and make this a real hard match for Team Win.
They've got the better team fight.
Yeah.
Just flat out, they've got the better team fight. They've got AoE ultimates from Alawi, Sejuani, and Cho'Gath. They've also got CC from Scion. They've got a very high damage dealer, although Kai'Sa's only on Blade of the Rune King.
Blade of the Rune King and Berserker's Grease, if you want to count that as a second item.
And a BF Sword, which, I mean, yes, she can start to do some damage, but
I don't know.
would have preferred to see Quinsu.
Considering the only person that's actually a high health pool champion is the
Bye, Kai'Sa.
Oh, yeah.
No, she's able to get above that arrow! Oh, I was about to say goodbye there, but she was able to get a nice juke off on 2 members. Doesn't matter, though. Tryndamere is here, and he flashes the ultimate, styling all over this Bushtown team, as he just goes in on Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath tries to get the knockup, but it doesn't really matter, and he is going legendary.
Just says hi to Ashe on the way out. Says, I'll be back at base. Give me a hot second.
I'll be back. Just give me a second. I gotta heal. My monster energies ran out. Rage meter's going a bit down. Need more drywall to hit. Just be right back.
Need more drywall to hit.
Hey, Tryndamere is the ultimate Kyle. Let's be real here.
I didn't disagree with you.
21st century, he'd be named Kyle. 100%.
See, the one thing is I am a little questionable of the the Blade of the Rune King on Kai'Sa right now. I am see a lot of high.
And she still gets hit by that really delayed Q, so that was kind of cute.
Yeah, true.
Mid tier 1 is now down.
That opens up a lot of the map for Team Win now. They got a lot of map control now that they have all tier 1 towers down.
Yeah, especially the mid tier 1. That just opens up a whole lot of avenues available. Dual Ocean Drake also for the side of Team Win. We didn't really see it get taken.
Looks like a Baron's going to be coming up pretty darn soon here.
Yeah, well, it's already technically up, but they're going to be setting up for it. 21 minutes into the game, a Baron actually does spawn. Kind of an interesting little thing. We see Tryndamere. Is he just going to go for it? Yeah, he's just going to go for it. The scream of agony as Cho'Gath is trying to bait him in. Scion is there. Is he going to go for it? No. I'd be really surprised if he went for that. Tryndamere can rip through both Scion and Cho'Gath.
Yep.
We do see Team Wind, as you expected, as you suspected, going for the Baron. 4 members when they see 3 members on the bot side. And this Baron is just getting shredded, eviscerated, annihilated. Alawi is going to go ahead and try to get the ultimate, but it's too little too late. She gets blasted from the Maker of the Sun. Sejuani in from the side, as we see a little bit of return damage, trying to get a cheeky steal off, but it doesn't matter. It is the double kill for the side of Azir. I really want Quake sounds in League. I never realized how badly I wanted Quake sounds. Arrow, okay.
Arrow,
2 seconds stun, no follow-up. Scion is there from the side. She is going to be trying to get a lot of it. The ultimate committed to try and get anything, but nope. Crushed Cow says, move over, son. There's a new carry. A Scion fails.
Not a good time for that.
Failed the blast cone. That or someone might have accidentally done that on purpose. We're going to be able to potentially see that, as I remembered I have a replay function.
Right? Let's use it.
Absolutely. Just a sec as we see turret number 5 and potentially the inhibitor go down for the side of Bushtown.
Yep, that looks like Azir wants to put up a tower of his own.
He is definitely going to. Sejuani is not able to get the dash in. Arctic Assault is not going anywhere good. The Ignite is onto Cho'Gath. Tryndamere tries to go in, but isn't able to get the final auto off. We do see the inhibitor mid-tier turret go down for the side of Bushtown. Team Wind has now broken the base. And it is all but Team Wind's turn. Speaking of which, now that we have a little bit of a reset, let's take a look at that replay. No follow-up. Scion is there from the side. She is going to be trying to get a lot of it. The ultimate committed to try and get anything, but nope. Crushed Cow says, move over, son. There's a new carry. A Scion fails.
Not a good time for that.
That was kind of cute. I like that.
Poor Scion getting blasted over the wrong side of the wall there.
Yep. Now, we did see Sneaky do that, so it's like 100% a thing that even pros can do, but still, kind of sad to see it happen.
It's all about the angle and the blast cone in this case, because if you can't get that angle right, you're going to be put in a really bad spot.
Absolutely. 3rd Ocean Drake for the side of Team Wind. They're just going to be able to sustain sieges for days.
This is absurd. 3
Absurd
Ocean
amounts
Drakes?
of sustain. Seriously 6 sustain numbers as Tryndamere just goes straight in. Kai'Sa is able to get a lot of damage, and she's able to blast Tryndamere down. That is a 9-1 and a very good shutdown for the side of Bushtown. Getting some more money onto that Kai'Sa.
That's good. Really good time for Kai'Sa to pick up that gold. She needs to turn this around really badly. I'm expecting a Ginsu's Rage Blade, but I'm not 100% sure here.
And do we see nice blast going over to the side? The ultimate has not been committed, but we do see the Cho'Gath going in. Is he going to be able to feast? Gets this feast off onto the Jax. Ashe is free firing in the backside. She's getting everyone almost down to a full amount of health. Not able to get any more as Ashe is just decimating this Bushtown scene. We see 3 kills, and Alawi is there on the side. Ultimate is committed, and finally Ashe goes down for the count. We see Kai'Sa trying to chase her down on the backside as 3 members drop for the side of Team Wind for 3 members on the side of Bushtown, and frankly speaking, that is the most they could have hoped for.
Yeah, good start for Team Wind. That didn't really go according to plan. Bushtown being able to pick up a couple more kills on this one, especially with the Kai'Sa coming in a little too late, not getting anything out of that. Drew?
I was really impressed with the way Bushtown managed that. Blast cone over, Scion soaked up a huge amount of damage, and when he died, he was in the middle, so he was able to get some more damage off. Then we saw finally a feast from Cho'Gath onto the Jax, able to just nom him down, but the Ashe was left to free fire. And that Ashe does a lot of damage. We are looking at a Blade of the Ruin King and a Phantom Dancer on her. Would have liked to see the Ruin Hurricane myself,
on
but
an Ashe, that's scary.
Yeah, looking for the second Zeal item as well. So once she gets that IE, she is going to be chunking them out. Ultimate committed, and it flies wide. Scion is there from the side, though. It'll get a nice slow. The knockup is available. We do see on the backside, Tryndamere does have some help as he flashes and dashes away. Dodges the knockup as well, and Jax and Azir are meanwhile taking the inhib. Tryndamere is just running everyone in circles, and he finally gets on with the rest of the Team Wind team. Sion's ultimate is committed as he tries to go long to mess with the rest of Team Win's team, but it doesn't matter. It's too little, too late. The damage has been done. The mid inhib is down, and they are looking for the bot inhib turret in exchange for the damage that Tryndamere took.
Watch where this Tryndamere is going to be going. If he split pushes top, we're going to be seeing a solo queue style Tryndamere split pushing.
I wouldn't
classic.
I would expect to see maybe a nice little flank from Malawi as Sejuani goes in as well, but a beautiful ultimate from Azir is able to keep everyone alive. Kai'Sa goes down, but the tentacles are smashing everyone to pieces. Team Win is down 4-1. Their mid laner, I believe. Nope, sorry. Support
down,
thank you.
top down.
Support down for the top laner of the side of Bushtown. Not the best trade, but something. It may relieve a little bit of pressure as we see Tryndamere is here, but no, the Sion just gets knocked down real quick.
Look at this Tryndamere. He just doesn't even care that it.
And people are forgetting Azir can just do damage from afar. Just tears down the Cho'Gath on the side.
On top of that, he's got full Nashor's Tooth. That's scary amount of damage coming down.
Agreed. Huge amount of damage coming out from that mid laner as he is starting to hurt just as much as the Tryndamere. Jax is starting to prep the top area. Ashe is going to be dashed on, and I expect her to go down, but no, Flail misses, and she is not going to be getting kited out and around. Sejuani goes down for the count, as opposed to the Ashe. A frosty little loud play for the side of Team Win.
Azir coming in and being able to peel for that Ashe. Beautifully done by Azir here. And you can see now this is where the split push comp starts coming into play. That Ohm Wrecker right there from Tryndamere, perfect.
I don't actually think that's an Ohm Wrecker. I'm pretty sure it's something else, and it looks like he might have even sold it for a portal ZZ Rot.
Oh no, it is a ZZ. You're right, Drew. That is a ZZ Rot, and it looks like no, it's just on cooldown.
Yeah, but either way, they're just split pushing for days right now, which is kind of to be expected. Well, kind of expected, kind of not expected. Tryndamere working outside of solo queue, a little bit unexpected for me.
Not too much of a stretch here, especially with Team Win's comp style. They like to do this split push comp. This is actually probably the third time they've run a similar comp like this.
Fair enough, and I Can Rage Quit has proven his prowess several times.
Including proving his name.
Including proving his name. Which, by the way, that was just a troll game. That was, oh man. Infernal Dragon picked up for the side of Team Win. 3 Oceans and an Infernal. That's not
They're
good.
just clearing everything. They're taking everything from Bushtown today, including the lives of Bushtown. This is absolutely
They've taken their lives
disturbing.
20 more times.
Yeah, this is a game that's getting run over. It
is starting to get running over, but there is a world where Bushtown wins. If they pull like a Season 2 Fnatic and just hold out until 60 or 70,000 gold, Cho'Gath scales up immensely. Kai'Sa scales up immensely. Illaoi scales up immensely. We see Sejuani go in, but a very good disengage. And the Sun to follow up as we see Team Win putting the final nails in the coffin of this Bushtown team. Azir goes forward and is able to Mr. Dumpster, Tryndamere into the backline just to make sure that Ashe does not have any time to play League of Legends. And we see the end of Bushtown. Team Win to be victorious, I assume, because they just smashed through the entire base. And there's the Nexus. Victory!
Saw a little Ashe hour go wide there right at the end there, Drew.
Little bit wide. Just a little bit. Frankly speaking, I don't think it mattered.
Nah.
I think by that point we were pretty...
We're gonna just take that out of the logs right there.
Yeah, we're pretty sure we know exactly who was going to win that game no matter what. Good attempt at the very last, and you know what, they had to engage, but I would have preferred to see them try and bait out the wall first, maybe dive forward rather than committing the ultimate, so that way the Azir wall would be dropped before, because the Azir just basically said, nope.
And that's the problem, is when Azir wall's up, you have to play around that Azir wall.
Yeah.
You either basically you try to bait it out.
Yeah.
Or, once it's out, you play around that.
Absolutely.
Because it's not only that it's gonna be it's there and then it just disappears.
And Team Win, they waited for it. waited for them to charge in, and then Azir just put down the nope wall, and they were fine.
I like what you call it, the nope wall.
I mean, that's what it feels like. Just a big old just nope.
Like, you're not wrong. And it's actually kind of surprising how right you are about this. Where Azir's basically nope wall
Yeah.
is, you've stopped so much stuff with that thing.
And they were trying to dive in. Sejuani was trying to dive in. Everyone was trying to dive in. And just a big old wall to stop everyone. It was like, okay, well, I guess we're not doing anything at this point.
Yeah. Which, unfortunate. Bushtown, good try, man. You really had the good start. You had a good start. The Blazeroo King is a little weird for me with the Kaisa, but because I took...
What can we say? Either way,
we tried.
You tried. But Team Wind, flowing strong.
Oh, yeah. It's a breeze to the... It's another breeze till week 8.
Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. All right, we're going to have a quick replay or intermission break. And when we come back, I believe we might see Masters Overrated versus Ono. Either way tonight, we are going to see the tiebreaker. Both Ono and Masters Overrated, 6-1. So we'll definitely see that tonight. We will see you guys back in just a minute. Attention. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Calgary Esports League inaugural League of Legends Championship Series, featuring us, as usual.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Out for a second.
Team Wind had a decent game last. I lied. I am sorry. The next game is actually Masters Overrated versus Black Lotus. Apparently, the Ono versus Black Lotus game happens at a later date. I believe next week.
Next week.
So we will see the revenge match, or at least the tiebreaker, happen pretty quick. In standings, since everyone's probably so concerned with what exactly is going on there, it is confirmed Masters Overrated is getting into, who knew, the next round. Oh no.
So big surprise.
Massive surprise. Absolutely huge. Game-breaking decision being made right there.
Yeah.
As, not much we could say right there. Masters Overrated has secured their spot. So they're going up against Black Lotus for nothing more than style points at this point.
I think honestly, I like the Black Lotus team here. And not only as a Magic player, hello, Black Lotus, not sack
Fair enough.
mana, but their team, in my opinion, was the biggest team.
Physically the largest.
Physically the largest at like 10 players.
10 players, least. Yeah. So good on them for inclusive. Inclusive.
Not only you had players, you had backups for your.
You
players.
had backups for every player.
All you needed to do was added a coach, an assistant coach, and a team owner, and then you would have had some sort of like
first ever Calgary
organized
the Black
team.
Lotus organization.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, let's get into their pick and ban phase, shall we?
Totally. Ooh, spicy stuff here.
I know, right?
I'm liking this. So we keep the Alawi in the top lane this time around for Masters Overrated.
Yeah.
Which is a different battle, but a spice here.
Not really. I mean, they've run carry top laners a lot. Olaf in the jungle, also seen. Diana mid, also seen. Ezreal, safe AD carry, and of course Thresh to round it off, because you have to have green top and bottom, obviously.
Like, I'm not gonna disagree with you there, but Ezreal's more blue than green.
What I would love to see is, I still want to see pick and ban, because Riven into Alawi is a phenomenal matchup. So I feel like that was like a counter pick saved.
Yeah, I definitely want to see where the pick and bans were definitely for this one, because this was a pretty critical one. You already know what both teams are going to be running for comp-wise.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to see what would they pick and what would they ban. My question is where does
Talon fit into all this?
Where does Talon fit into this? Because Talon mid, don't get me wrong, total solo queue menace.
Oh yeah, 100%. But like, not exactly what you would normally see in
Talon into Diana.
It's a little bit questionable.
I don't know how I feel about that, Drew.
Either way, Black Lotus is going to have to run away with this, which is what we expect to see. So
totally.
Let's get into game number 2. Masters Overrated versus Black Lotus.
Game 2. Masters Overrated versus Black Lotus.
I absolutely love the way the announcer says Black Lotus versus Black Lotus. Oh, we're seeing some level 1 shenanigans. Riven does fail the final Q, and it looks like the 5v5 ends with exactly 0 damage being dealt.
I wouldn't say 0 damage there, Drew. The Sona Q managed to get a bit of poke on.
A whole 100 health. Maybe less, more like 60 health.
It's like 60 health.
Yeah.
You said no damage, though.
Okay, fair enough. But, I mean, they're going to be able to reset. Thresh is going to be able to get a little...
Easy.
As we see easy Mystic shot off onto that side.
Yeah, but that's Israel doing Israel things. It's a classic.
Ezreal doing Ezreal things. I do like that.
I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong, no.
Like, the Israel Thresh comp is a total comp, and I'll be honest with you, the hard engage into hard damage from coming out of Israel, you gotta respect that.
You definitely do have to respect it. And to be fair, we haven't really seen Black Lotus shy away from doing any fights or shy away from any of the teams. So I definitely expect them to keep up with the aggression, keep up with everything. Diana into Talon, not a matchup I've studied. I will be 100% honest. I have not studied this matchup at all.
I don't think I've studied this one too, and I think I've seen like Talon versus anybody else, but not in the Diana. So this one's actually kind of new to me as well. So we'll be studying this with a keen eye.
Absolutely. I'll be watching the mini-map literally the entire time, just going, okay, Talon goes in. Diana backed off a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, we see a little bit of damage coming out from Diana. The dash in from the side of Talon as we see...
My one thing, and this is just me playing against Talon a lot, he will love to shove you into under tower and then roam to a different lane. That is one of the major key things with the Talon in mid lane, being able to roam to either side.
We kind of expect that as the Flay goes wide, as does the hook. Although I don't feel that was a hook that they wanted to take, to be honest.
Not really.
I mean, into almost a full health Sona and Kaisa.
Ooh. And what, Sona's on 2 already? She's probably taking heal second.
More likely not, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There's the heal.
Sona is going to be really annoying. Half health already. You see that poke starting to come through.
Ooh.
Nice. Nice,
Good
cute.
job.
I like that. As we see the Diana goes in. Olaf is making it quick there.
There's
Ghost
the
has
jump.
been... There was nothing you could do.
Sorry.
I was going to go into a whole thing, but then I was like, no, there was nothing that he could do. Olaf pop Ghost, and frankly speaking, you're not getting away. Talon might have been able to get over the wall, but the move speed as well as the damage coming out from the two of them, nah.
Even still, Olaf with Ghost is kind of disturbing, in my opinion. And
It's a terrifying combo. Just a giant angry guy running at you. And then he's running at you faster.
1, he's running at you faster. 2, he's running with you with 2 axes in his hand.
Yeah.
And 3, he could easily go with the Brolask and be like, bro!
I mean, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news.
I'll let you have that one.
I worked really hard for it. I didn't work hard at all. I just literally waited for a positive conversation.
But...
Oh. You know, the counter matchup of Riven versus Alawi, we see 30 CS to 15.
And it's pushing either way, so this could easily turn and be in anyone's favor in an instant.
Kaisa trying to get a decent amount of damage as we see Talon going in. Does not get enough damage, not even close. Calculated heal comes out. Ezreal lane incredibly safe, and now we see why.
Yep. This is the classic Israel plan. Sit back in the lane a little bit. Don't let it, you don't have to push it, let the
Farm
wave
with
push
Mystic
it.
Shot.
And just Q poke. That's it. There's not much you need
Absolutely.
to do here.
No, there really isn't, and frankly speaking, I mean, we kind of expect that. Ezreal is a very popular ADC right now for his safe laning phase, for everything else, so
Yeah.
100% guarantee. Agree with you there.
So the one thing I want to see, especially with this Sona backing you up, I want to see a Kaisa go a little bit more aggressive here. The fact of the matter is, she has a lot of damage if she has the right items. She can easily go in the
Nice flash play. Is able to get a decent chunk of damage. Olaf is immediately tanking down the Sona, but a trade kill in return. The Ignite is onto the Kaisa, and she's not able to get in range for the Ezreal, but the flash unburrow onto him is able to secure it, as we see 4 for 2 for the side of Masters Overrated. A very good turnaround, though, and a very good trade for what was arguably a losing play from the side of Black Lotus.
Yeah, when I say aggressive, I don't mean that aggressive.
What, you don't want them to dive under turret?
I don't think it was a dive under turret kind of play. They had the right idea, especially with the jungle coming down. That being said, the wave needed to come back a little bit more, and they would have been a little bit more even.
100%. And we definitely are seeing a little bit of over-aggression from the side of... I wouldn't say over-aggression from the side of Masters Overrated. Black Lotus, I mean, Rek'Sai unburrowing plus Flash on the Ezreal. I mean, yeah, you got the kill secure, but, a little
I
bit.
feel like you were stretching a bit.
Ultimate is burned by No, she was just able to get this done. And a
There you
good... I was going to say a good trade, but no. Bye. Not too much to learn? Yeah. Riven needs to go back and relearn some trading because, jeez, she is doing
look
damage.
at the dodge.
Good dodge from the side of Thresh, and it looks like they're going to be going very aggressive. The Ignite has been popped onto Thresh as well, so hopefully they'll be able to at least get 2 kills. The Olaf is there, able to trade back at least 1 kill, and he's going to be able to chase down this Soda very easily. Trick Fox for the side.
There's the flex.
There is the flex. There is the easy, and we see a very good couple of kills picked up from the side of Masters Overrated in response to the very good aggression from Black Lotus. 7-4 on the scoreboard.
Here's the problem. That Olaf mean, and now, what, 6-0?
Yeah.
6-0 is, that's an early snowball.
Hi,
And
Rek'Sai.
You have to really restart.
Hi, Talon. Bye, Olaf.
I take that back. I take that back with a slight hesitation. That being said, he could easily turn this around and still be able to pick up kills.
Well, the key thing is Sona is going to be absolutely useless when compared to an Olaf. She's there to try and protect the Kai'Sa with her crescendo, but Olaf can run through it. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
So frankly speaking, it's going to be very hard for Kai'Sa to just stay alive in these team fights, especially since she's pretty short range, all things considered. Not Lucian short range, but getting close to there as we see a very good dive in there. Ignite is being dropped onto him, and easy peasy lemon squeezy flex solo Q lanes as Masters Overrated lays the smackdown in the solo lanes.
And that's the thing with Diana. She's easily trying to go for the high burst combos here. You have to respect that, and you have.
Diana is getting a little bit confident here. We see the burrow and the dash in. Pew 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 is able to burn him down. Meanwhile, Thresh is taking a lot of damage, and we see Sona is easily able to clean up that kill. Ezreal is doing a little bit of damage, but it's just poke on the backside. The teleport is completed, but it's too little, too late. Illaoi is not there in time, not able to get any sort of return. So a very good aggressive play from the side of Black Lotus.
Yeah, Illaoi needed to get into that fight right when it started in this case. That way she could turn around and clean up after basically what is a losing fight for Masters Overrated here.
Yeah, very good turnarounds from there. We see 8-7, and across the board, that is only 1,000 gold lead. Okay, very interesting, but the crescendo does land, and Kai'Sa is able to get a very good follow-up there, is getting all of the damages and all of the damages. The lantern is too late, and the hook goes wide. Very good play from there. Very overconfident from the side of Masters Overrated. You cannot disrespect the Sona crescendo combo. That is a lethal combo with the Kai'Sa follow-up. Total disrespect there from the side of Masters Overrated.
I don't think the crescendo actually landed, Drew. Ezreal managed to E out of there before he...
No, it did, though, because he was stunned afterwards.
Wow.
Yeah, Ribbon is going to get smacked on. Olaf is there from the side to try and clean it up. She is getting slowed. The ghost is popped. Is she able to get over the wall? Nice Q to get over there, but there is no reinforcements. Olaf is there on the side to clean up. Flash is committed, but Trick Fox too little too late. Red buff burn is there to play.
On top of that, like, he could have easily had his Q up. The fact of the matter is, those long-range axes can go through walls too.
They absolutely can. So questionable flash from the side of Riven, but it doesn't matter. Olaf is not taking as much damage as you might think as Diana just goes in. Easy 400 gold for her. Talon is able to get a little bit of a cheeky dodge from there. Nice accent on the side to get some return damage, push him out of lane, but it does not matter. He is out of there. Just turrets blades for the side of Masters Overrated.
This is exactly what Masters Overrated wants, is that early snowball lead, especially onto their jungler. And mid laner is actually kind of nice. That way she turns around and starts turning any of the gold that she gets into a one-shotting machine.
Absolutely. We already see not a whole lot actually, just a Blasted Wand and a 2-stack Dark Seal.
Still a lot of damage there, Drew.
Still a lot of damage, absolutely. Even CS across the board except for top lane and jungle, which we kind of expected. Lantern over the side. We see Rek'Sai being forced to flash. Crescendo is there to buy a little bit of time, but it doesn't matter. The cage is dropped, but no, Kai'Sa goes over the wall and is going hard mode. Able to get the flash off. The Thresh is able to buy a little bit of time. Ezreal is forced to flash there. The Lantern does buy him a little bit more time, but too little, too late. Mythos goes 6-2.
Yeah, and I wouldn't see. That's the thing. That was exactly what Kaisa needed right there is a good engage, a good over-the-wall style engage here that actually catches a lot of Masters Overrated off guard.
Definitely, definitely. Riven is still not doing too well against this Lowy, but 84 to 73, she is starting to keep up relatively okay in terms of CS. This Kaisa is the main carry, though, from the side of Black Lotus. They need to keep her alive.
That being said, I wouldn't put it past me to Riven to turn this game around with no issues.
Yeah, she can definitely 5v1 outplay. 9v1, heck.
That being said, you really got to be really good on Riven, though.
You do. And while I do see some good mechanics coming out from the side of her, I don't see anything box worthy.
I would say Adrian Riven on the comparison.
No solo queue Niski level of Aurelia, unfortunately, either. So
True.
We'll have to see how that goes. Rek'Sai, meanwhile, cleaning out his camps. 55 to 82. Now, a lot of that would be lane, or a few of those are going to be lane CS from the side of Olaf, taking up that lane tax.
And also, one of the things I definitely would mention here, Alawi doing way more damage than what I'm used to seeing. A little more tankier Alawi. That being said, you cannot discount the amount of damage that she puts out.
No, her team fighting damage is definitely nothing to scuff at. Talon is going immediately, and ultimate is dropped onto both of them. The turnaround damage is there, but the ultimate from Riven does not catch her, and a good turnaround on the side of Diana is able to get a return kill as we see nobody die, actually. I thought Talon was down for sure.
I thought Talon was down for sure as well.
But no, nobody dies. Somehow.
We're both impressed.
I'm partially impressed and partially worried. I mean,
is Black Lotus being able to turn this match around?
Yeah, Masters Overrated. We're so used to them just popping in and popping off and just popping fools, but no, in this game, Black Lotus basically goes toe-to-toe with them and survives. Rek'Sai is there from the side, does take a couple of tower shots, but the ultimate is down from the Lowy. Is she able to get a return kill? No.
Wow.
The answer is no. Thresh is there, Shutdown is down onto the Kaisa and just blasts through the bot lane. That was the worry that we did have.
Yep.
2 kills for the side of 1. All of that top aggression committed by Black Lotus is answered. Nine Masters Overrated with
Riven,
a quick
be
gank.
careful. You're in the top lane, and that's by yourself. If that Olaf starts coming after you, I'm sorry.
Well,
You
Olaf is
overstep.
in the bot lane, so I'm not too worried.
Yeah. That being said, he could have easily just run it back top.
He could have definitely tried, especially if Riven did go for the turret. He could have potentially gotten up there to kill her, but that's a long run, man. That's a really long run.
That is also true. I'll admit that. Nothing a lot going on here. It looks like the rest of Masters Overrated just cleaning up after themselves. As Black Lotus now having to now gonna have to push the waves back in their favor and put some more pressure on the Black Lotus Masters Overrated team.
You're not the only one messing up. I'm glad.
Trust me, Drew. It's my third cast. Full.
Yeah, that's actually very true. That's very true.
So,
Rookie
mistakes, my dude.
Rookie mistakes. 29,000 to 25,000. Masters Overrated firmly in the driver's seat, but it doesn't feel like it.
They do, but I don't think they're getting full control of the car just yet.
Rek'Sai might be going for the flash on Burrow, but no, 3 people are there and ready and waiting as we see the Crescendo try and flash across, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's doing much. Riven answers 1 for 1. Diana is going to be able to get the solo kill 1v1 in the mid lane, and we see 16 to 12 as Riven is forced to run, and the Rift Herald is secured from Masters Overrated. Good turnaround. 3 for 1 for the side of Masters Overrated.
Yeah, this is not what Black Lotus was looking for. They're not very much the team fighting style just yet. They need a little bit more power coming out of the Kaisa.
Definitely more of the, I want to say split pledge catch you out, but they do have some team fighting power. The problem is, again, we see that Olaf just run through the Crescendo and not care.
Yeah, and that's the thing with especially with the Crescendo, is the only effectiveness that it has is 4 members of Team Masters Overrated versus Black Lotus, and most of their power right now is on that Olaf. He's only 11 and 2.
11 and 2, yeah.
That's a lot of power, and you need to take that thing down with or without Crescendo.
Yeah, you need to take down Olaf, and to be fair, he ran in with 3 people, so there wasn't a whole lot of focus fire that you could possibly get. honestly, there is a world where Black Lotus wins, but they need to play these team fights absolutely perfectly.
Yes, I agree, Drew. The fact of the matter is the Kaisa needs a little bit more damage on her end. Talon, a little bit more damage on his end, but he's getting there. He's getting there. He's either going to go for either Duskblade.
Hi, Diana. Hi, Thresh. Ultimate does come across. Rek'Sai is going to go in. No. That's not the play that you want to do, Rek'Sai. Talon does have ultimate and is able to get it out. The Rift Herald is going to be dropped mid lane, but 4 members are already ready and waiting.
I think that was the right call. The fact that the Rek'Sai just needed a bailout at this point because they saw that he sees the Olaf and that's already damage enough.
Absolutely. The Rift Herald is there, but doesn't look like they're able to get a huge amount of damage as one turret drops. Are they going to be going for the inhibitor turrets? Probably. Oh, a lot of damage. There's the chunky monkey snipe. Rift Herald finally goes down. Diana goes in on the side, not able to be punished at all. Riven is trying to get a chunk of damage, but it doesn't look like anything is going to be happening. Rek'Sai is only able to get 1 ultimate across the side from Riven, but it's too little too late as Masters Overrated is just steamrolling the Black Lotus team. They finally decided, nope, too little too late. Black Lotus, it is time for you to have a catnap. And by catnap, I mean all of you and aced.
And this is the time that Masters Overrated just puts the on switch and puts the pedal down. This is where Masters Overrated basically owns up their namesake and just tears apart Black Lotus's base. And look at this pick!
Again, we see him trying to go in, trying to get the return onto Ezreal. But no, he is just getting dominated by the entire team. Executioner ready on the side, but just nothing that can be done. Thresh perfectly peels for Ezreal. GG.
Ezreal?
Oh, no.
Oh, so close. That Sona did not just had enough.
Sona, you need to be thanking whatever Rido god you paid to survive that shot barrage.
No kidding. My goodness, would I be ever scared to see that coming down to my lane?
I mean, Talon flashed to avoid that.
Oh yeah, and I would say that is the one thing I would flash out of there. So I'm with you on that, Talon, but Sona living on the edge.
Literal edge. Living on the
Anyway. Wrong song.
I mean, there's living on it. Journey does living on an edge as well, doesn't it? Do they?
No, you're thinking Aerosmith.
You're right, I am. Wait.
Uh-oh, Diana.
No. Nope.
It looked like she was going to go in for a hot second.
I was worried that if she landed that Q, I think the Rek'Sai would be dead.
Yeah, that's true. Because that's what, 6 stacks on the Dark Seal and a...
Well, 2 completed items, Morellonomicon as well as the, I call it support Rabadons.
Support Rabadons.
Yeah. I mean, it still does a lot of damage, so...
I don't disagree with you there. That being said, the Rabadon Death Cap doing a heck of a lot of damage on Paladin.
Oh, yeah. Well, the 120% is definitely a nice little hit.
Of course.
I'm really waiting for Masters Overrated to just go for Baron as Rek'Sai just dives in, but hello, goodbye. You dove into 4 members from Masters Overrated. That is a ballsy move. I will give you credit for that.
I think she really needed that the rest of her team to come around and really pick up the rest of the way.
I just don't think she expected that much damage to be popping out.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Rek'Sai is not too tanky, but did build a couple of decent items for trying to stack health, and just nothing can be done. 4v5 for the side of Masters Overrated, and just melting through Riven. Olaf is going after the bot lane, and Sona goes down for the count. Kaisei is able to get a return kill, almost. Looks like the Guardian's Angels has been popped. Question mark. Redemption is going to be able to be dropped.
Yep.
Rek'Sai is being damaged as well as Alawi is able to rip his soul out and feed it to the rest of her team.
Easily.
They're not even going to go for Baron. They could be going for Baron. This could be a free board.
They're going to try to crack the base here, but if they can't, they still have the Baron to back
They've already cracked the base. They've already cracked onto the Nexus at this point. 5 members up for the side of Black Lotus, and they can't do anything. Thresh lands a hook onto the Soda and
this is the classic Masters Overrated.
Please, Masters Overrated. Please.
It's over.
Just let them live. Diana is able to get there, and thankfully they don't play with their food too much this time.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
This is that was a classic Masters overrated.
You gotta feel bad for Black Lotus because they were going toe to toe with them for the longest time, and then it was just like, it felt like Masters overrated suddenly just decided to just bang it. Yeah, they were just like, all right, we've given them hope. We've given them hope. All right, and just drove it straight down mid.
There's the 6th gear.
There it is. Jeez. Wow. Masters overrated. Continuing to be dominant. Dropping only 1 game to Wedge.
What?
Like,
wow,
yeah.
When was that? I feel like it was a while
that was like week 2 or week 3. Yeah.
Wow.
Early on.
Okay.
They have proven themselves time and time again, though. They are the Team Liquid, the final boss of this CEL Championship Series.
TL? Really?
I mean, TL's been pretty dominant.
TSM's been pretty dominant.
Free SM, you mean?
True. We're Cloud9 fans, so to be fair.
All right. Well, we're going to get into the last game after this quick intermission, so stick around. We've got Ono versus, what is this, Team Wedge?
Wedge.
Ono versus Team Wedge next. Coming right at you after this intermission break. Boop.
You really have to for that button.
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. Go look in the mirror, say, hey, I'm sorry for all the pain. I'm sorry for all the pain. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep, and you and I, we got history, yeah.
habits. I'm glued to the pavement between the lines. I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once and I don't need to go around anymore. It's time to break away. Forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. Cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 3 of week 7 of the Calgary Esports League of Legends Championship Series, featuring us, Trackhawk and JB Red Phoenix. Yeah.
What's with the accent?
I don't know, man. I'm just getting through these games. It's been a rough couple of weeks. This is the last time you're ever going to see this background. How do you feel about that?
Well, we're keeping the poster, right?
We'll probably keep the poster. Wife's best girl. Wife Schnee. Everyone knows this. But
Okay, then.
we're not talking about League of Legends. We're talking about everything else. So, going into game number 3, Ono versus Wedge.
All right. First of all, whoa, hello, Wedge. Yumi Zaya bot lane?
Yeah?
If I remember correctly, Yumi's kit got a little bit.
Cat got the bird.
And the cat and the bird as we're gonna go fishing. As
Okay.
we look on the other side.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Zaya Yumi is a frustrating lane to play against. Yumi in general is frustrating to play against because she just does damage and then she does more damage
Yeah.
and then she continues to do damage, slow you, annoy you, and then just ult you and stun you, and it's just an incredibly frustrating kit. Yeah, she's squishy, but like, ugh.
The fact that
Ugh.
the 9 times out of 10 that she's actually away from a carry is kind of rare.
It really is. It's really frustrating to deal with her. We see Rise, we see Vi, we see Ornn, we see basically Wedge saying, hey, you. Yeah, you're not allowed to play League of Legends anymore. And speaking of not playing League of Legends anymore, Malthazar.
I want to say this, and I'm going to say this with the most justification through every single Malthazar main. Finally! About time, guys!
I was actually expecting more Malthazars to be popping up every now and then. I mean, the YouTuber Turned Immortal. Perfect Malthazar guide. Where basically you just say, you're not allowed to play League of Legends anymore to one person.
It's literally, you're not playing League of Legends. You're playing Gray Screen Simulator.
Yeah, playing against Malthazar is playing Gray Screen Simulator half the time. So we're going to see what happens. But, I mean, I'm just looking forward to this game because hopefully they just fight a bunch.
I do want to address one thing. The Yumi, I did see this in the patch notes. And I got a little bit of, I can't remember all of it, but definitely a little bit of her kit got changed around. The numbers got changed around.
Yeah, the ratios got adjusted a little bit, yeah.
So I don't think she's going to do as much damage as she did before. That being said, I still believe she's going to do a ton of damage, especially with the Zaya.
Absolutely. So we're going to get into game number 3. Ono versus Wedge.
Game 3. Ono versus Wedge.
And welcome back to the Rift, ladies and gentlemen, for the final game of the evening. Ono versus Wedge, Red versus Blue, Cat versus Fish.
Wedge, door wedge versus. Oh no! I had to get that one in.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm just looking forward to this game. I know it's just a very basic 5-man.
Oh, look at this
line
flexing right here. Ooh.
Well, yeah, your Rise. You get a rework every 10 seconds.
Well, I didn't think he got a rework on his dance.
He gets a rework on everything. Rise rework is a meme. Just a pure meme, and I love it.
A little Pixie Ward to start the match. But it
No
looks
real
like-
deep wards by the looks of it from either team, but That could
Yumi-
change.
I'd be a little worried about that solo Yumi right about now, but I think both teams are going to start leashing here.
I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, sure, Cat could have your tongue, but I think in this case they're just gonna help the Vi get her blue buff and be on her way. I just really want to see these guys get level 6 and just continually go in on each other over and over and over again.
Well, I honestly think this is going to be a very team fight heavy matchup, considering you have Yumi Zaya versus an Israel Nami.
Yeah, Nami has a cooler skin though. So let's be clear about this. Ono has the style points in the bot lane.
I kind of hoped for a better Israel, but
Yeah, you were just wanting Battle Academia.
But I feel hurt now.
Battle Academia is a great skin, but it's not the only skin.
There's Star Guardian.
Yeah, and Star Guardian is just good. Homing Missile. Homing Missile hurts.
That, oh gosh. I don't know what it is about Yumi's kit that really bugs me, and I think I figured out why. It's the Q. The fact that it hits, once it hits you, it slows you. Why?
Because what doesn't kill you only slows you more.
That's not how that quote works.
It's not at all how that quote works, but we're going to run with it for now. Sure. Oh, just the range. It's so beautiful.
See, the thing is, it's amazing when you play with a Yumi. It's infuriating when you play against one.
Agreed. We do see Vi moving into Sejuani's jungle. And could we see a little bit of a dancey dance between the junglers already? I really hope so. That would be kind of cool.
I want to see this. Come on.
Do it. Do it, Vi.
Vi.
Do it.
Sejuani's moving topside.
Did they see each other? I'm not sure. I don't think so. We see Vi is starting to take a scuttle. Is it going to be contested?
Come on, come on, come on.
We see Kennen starting to go down. Sejuani and Kennen onto the Vi. She is forced to flash. Ornn is taking a couple of hits of extra damage. But overall, just the flash for Vi. And that is the only thing that is lost in there. Come on, guys. Fight more. Fight. Be a man. Oh, nice little sidestep from there. The Ignite has been dropped onto Nami. And we see Q not landing. The Retrieve not pulling. And not stunning up, unfortunately. Good trade on the side of Wedge.
Yumi doing the one thing that's actually unusual to most Yumi mains I've faced so far is not AFK just pushing.
Well, I mean, you could AFK, but that would be...
The thing is, it's like, what are you going to do? Press Q every 30 seconds or so?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you just sit there...
You get up, you get a drink, you hit Q, you hit it, and then you
get up and get a drink again.
You get up and go get a drink. Oh, that is so frustrating to watch.
I'm sorry, but man, Yumi, why do you do what you do? Why is your kit so weird like that?
Why is your kit so just... Oh, she finally missed. Okay, she finally missed one. I was about to say.
Like, it's already obnoxious as it is.
It really is. Rise is getting pushed around a little bit as we see matched CSs across the board.
So this would be a nice even match. Before it's...
Bubble does land.
Ooh.
But no Squirtle to pop it up.
Well, the thing is, especially with Israel, he's sitting a little bit more back. Nami can play a little bit more aggressively, and that's the one thing that it's going to be a little hard to deal with.
They're both ohm, though.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there, Drew. The one thing is I see a lot of Israel mains sit a little bit more back, and then...
Vi is down to half health. The collapse is coming in. Sejuani is at full health. Chilling Spite is there. And the Arctic Assault plus the autos are coming through and burning down the Vi for first blood. Very, very, very anticlimactic first blood. I'm sorry, but that was just... Vi, what were you doing there?
See, you can invade only so much, right?
And more than anything, you're invading while your bot lane is being pushed back. Like...
questionable?
Questionable.
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 Anyway.
But speaking of questionable...
See, that's an invade that you want there. Sejuani invading Vi side jungle, Vi side blue, that's the kind of thing you want right now.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, not enough, quick enough of collapse. We could have seen the Vi collapse with the bot lane onto Sejuani and get a return kill, but nope. 92,000 to 84,000. CS still not even across the board, even close, as Kennen is sitting at 44 to 28.
This is a winning. This is going to should be an easy win for Kennen here, but it looks like he's having a little bit of trouble.
Not really. I mean, he's got a couple of kleptomancy sacks of gold to get up as well. So, I mean,
True.
up 18 CS plus the kleptomancy. That's
It's a winning
definitely
lane.
nice.
That being said, he needs to start turning that into some real damage items.
I mean, he just hasn't gone back yet. I feel.
That's true.
He's got vision wards, he's got kleptomancy, he's got sustain, he's got everything. He's got a range advantage for days on Ornn.
Yeah, also true. And I've faced that matchup, I think, once at times.
Well, you play Poppy all the time, so that doesn't surprise me too much.
I haven't played as much Poppy as I thought I would this time around.
Haven't played as much Poppy this season, which is to say that you haven't played it the one time that you've played this season, since that's about the same amount that I played. So, can't really-
No, I played it on the Saturday tournaments.
Oh.
I gave an Ergon a hell of a time, though.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Urgod, always fun.
Versus Poppy? Not really.
Okay, burst the spell shield, but there's the Malthazar. That is the gray screen simulator right there. Flash is out for the side of Rise. He gets the phase rush and is able to get out. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Nope, the Flash.
Lag? Hello?
What? Hi?
Is our stream... Are we going? We still good?
Yeah, no, everything's still going well.
Well, he's almost dead.
We're just going to back to this while I quickly figure out what the heck happened with the game stream.
That's odd.
Yeah, very odd. So, 1-0 at 7 minutes. Your thoughts?
Wedge needs to start picking up the pace here. Like, you've got Yumi, and you've got Xayah, and you've got a lot of damage in the kit already. The fact that you be able to get a lot of poke down is really going to be what your turning point is. Rise, you just need to sustain in lane. I know Mordekaiser. What am I thinking? Malthazar is kind of oppressive here, and with their jungler basically being in tow, to what I'm seeing so far, you're basically dead, my dude.
Basically dead, my dude.
Vi, couple of questionable invades. A little suspicious in my opinion. That being said, you left your top side quite open. You've seen Ornn getting shoved under tower many times already, and
Game 3.
quite literally,
Oh no.
all you need is.
There we go. Don't worry, I got this.
Cool.
Just fixing stuff.
Anyway, you've got Ornn basically getting pushed under tower multiple times, so I'm not seeing any repeat ganks coming from you.
Yeah.
So my question is, where is your jungle pathing taking you here?
So, just a quick heads up for everyone who's kind of wondering what's going on. I reset the file. Hopefully everything comes through. Hopefully the file's not corrupted. I'd be really sad if that happened. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. So, instead of rewatching the first 7 minutes of the game while the file kind of like cycles through,
Just keep talking about how.
just keep talking about random stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. So I've already saw what your jungle items were, and you're doing basically what a normal any buy would basically pull out of the hat. Nothing fancy on that end. My opinion, gank top more. Like, you have
gank
so
top.
many free times to gank top, and you haven't taken it.
Yeah, Sejuani definitely needed to, or Vi, sorry, needed to take advantage of the fact that she does a lot of damage early game, and her ultimate continues to do even more damage.
Right.
Additionally, an interesting little thing, you can ult Vi once she started ulting, and it will do nothing as Malthazar. I've tried this several times.
Wow.
Spell Shield also doesn't stop it. So, awkward.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it was a glitch, maybe they patched that, but I've done that, and it has not worked out too well. So, can't guarantee that.
Maybe we'll try to have to see, because we'll try it with the Morgana. Like, I'm pretty sure if I could find a Morgana main,
Morgana
we could
Black
take-
Shield, yes. Morgana Black Shield does work. It still hits, but you don't get
You don't
pulled
get
up.
You don't get knocked up.
Yeah, you don't get knocked up
I
in the
see.
same way, yeah.
Interesting.
Speaking of which, has the finals date been announced?
The finals date has actually been announced. I'm not too sure if I'm allowed to announce that yet. Are we?
Well, we figured it out.
True.
I think we'll let them kind of figure that one out. But needless to say,
definitely.
after next week, that is week 8, so we will be looking at the finals, which will be a live finals, of course. So that'll be kind of cool.
That does put us in the home stretch from the last couple of games here. So this match between Ono and Wedge, I believe this is a critical factor.
It's a critical factor for Wedge. It's not really a critical factor for Ono. Ono's already secured their spot. So Masters Overrated and Ono, both two teams have secured 100%. They are in the finals.
So it's only Wedge and...
Right now, I believe if my calculations on the standings were correct, it should be Wedge and Team Wind looking at the secondary spots. But Bushtown is the only one not in contention. Black Lotus is. So if Black Lotus wins both and Wedge loses both, Team Wind loses both, which they didn't. There was a chance that Black Lotus could have been in finals.
Can we easily say that Team Win has locked their spot in?
Not easily. I'll have to double check the standings just to make sure. Because frankly speaking, I don't want to promise that, because they did lose a few matches to both Ono and Masters Overrated so far.
That is true.
The only team that really hasn't been crazy high in the standings for the entire time has been Bushtown, unfortunately.
And that's unfortunate. And like I didn't get a chance to see all the players for Bushtown for my particular analysis, because I didn't think I was going to be doing a full team analysis.
Always do a full team analysis. Always.
Yeah.
Analyze the...
Analyze the team
No,
thoroughly.
it's analyze. That is the new word.
Okay.
Analyze.
Sure.
Analyze all the players all the time.
If I ever see you say that again in anywhere,
I'm gonna say that on even bigger streams. 100% guaranteed.
I hope you do, because I would
That'll be my catchphrase. Like,
analyze.
Freak and Kobe have their things. You know, Freak has his puns and everything, but analyze, that's my thing.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, because
We've been pulling a Freak, by doing all the puns. I know.
I'll stop you right there and say that even though that Freak does a lot of puns, you've been keeping up pretty well.
I've been trying. I look to Freak as a mentor.
Whereas I'm
freaking out, man. Just freaking out.
To be fair, and I'm just gonna say this, and for the last and put this into perspective of I want to say 6 weeks here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Different
7
outfit.
weeks now.
Different outfit.
We called you the Don Cherry of CEL. I'm gonna coin that. We'll see how it goes. Speaking of which, we're about 5 minutes into the game, buffered into the game, so I'm gonna start it right there. We are gonna watch a couple of minutes extra, but I figure that's a slightly more interesting thing than listening to us talk.
That's also true. Oh, good. This is the classic Vi invade.
The classic Vi invade, because I just felt like I really wanted to watch her die again.
You were evil, you know that?
No, I actually didn't plan that. I saw the timestamp and I was like, okay, this seems like a decent time to pop in. But no.
This was the Vi questionable invade section.
Yeah.
And then we still humming about that one.
Yeah, and we'll continue to hum about that one, frankly. There is no good answer to that. It was just kind of like, no, that was the bad move.
Yeah.
And Volt Breaker charge!
Close. Close.
I do like that project skin, and I do wish that Sejuani got punished for that, because that was a really greedy invade, seeing as the bot side was still full health and could have collapsed on her. So, yeah, little bit crazy there. But Wedge, bad vision, so Ono was able to get away with it.
Yeah, it was pretty clean. And like, I'm gonna be very honest with you, this top lane matchup feels very island, like left alone.
I mean, top lane's always an island. It's
Not
two guys.
When your jungler keeps not when you're on the red side, and your jungler is Lee Sin, and he goes red Krugs gank scuttle.
Gank.
Is it just me, or am I just getting really
topside
lucky?
Raptors into enemy Krugs into gank.
Into gank. Like you go. No,
gank.
You go allied. You go
then
allied
you gank.
Raptors, and then you actually transition
And
gank
gank.
mid, which is actually kind of interesting.
Been playing a lot of jungle, I see.
No, I've been playing with a lot of junglers though.
Ah, fair enough.
one of my friends is a jungle main, and he just keeps. Well, then again, he does take Hecarim first. So
Hecarim's a fun juggler.
Hecarim's a fun juggler. Dude,
I say that as an ADC main because it hurts. It hurts a lot.
And I say that as a support main, watching my ADC die, and I can't do anything about that. Not
Yeah.
even though I shielded
Horsey
them 35
just run-
times.
Horsey just, hop for it and dead.
Though I'll admit, playing Nami with a Hecarim is
And
hilarious.
here we have the Gray Screen Simulator. Very good flash, and getting the phase rush was actually a really good play there. I was not exactly surprised. This is the point when There we go. Okay. We're good. We're good.
That being said, one of the major bugs that I was hearing about was phase rush not proccing. So I'm not sure if
We're
it's
not
gonna be...
seeing that happen this game, so that's good. And frankly speaking, we don't have the ability to remake games quite the same way that the LCS does. So
Yeah,
good
true.
chunk on Desire.
Ooh, that was chunky.
Chunky fresh. Chunky Campbell's soup fresh.
Anyway, since we transitioned to seeing the Mountain Drake getting taken by Ono here, Yumi gonna try and see if he can make a play.
Whoa! Nice ultimate there. Yeah, that was cute. That was cute. I was about to say, I'm gonna take a replay of that because that was awesome. Speaking of which, Campbell's soup fresh.
Anyway, since we transitioned to seeing the Mountain Drake getting taken by Ono here, Yumi gonna try and see if he can make a play.
Whoa! Nice ultimate there. Yeah,
Sejuani, that was clean.
that was clean.
That was like gentleman's applause clean.
Seriously, good ultimate from Sejuani, but that was also good follow-up. The bare minimum required. That is the hashtag calculated.
Oh, 100%. Dash ultimate clean.
And the Ezreal, good Mystic shots to follow it up. I liked your auto attack
And
as
just
well,
the
like
auto
max
attack
range
is over.
auto attack.
Just not even that was one that was max range. Two, it was already an auto attack that was already in the air before the blast code hit. So that being said, that auto attack was actually going even farther than what Erzu.
I just loved how slow it went. Like, wee.
It was coming. And even though poor Yumi went a little.
It was
too deep.
like the laser. It was like the laser pointer. Laser pointer. Laser pointer.
And dunk.
Oh man.
Why do I see ADC with the moves today?
Yeah, 2-0. Now, of course, YYC ADC is a good ADC. We do see Vi in the bot side. Yumi starting to do a little bit more damage. Are they going to go for it?
I don't think so. They need YYC ADC to step up here and start really putting some damage down to make this fight really happen. And what
Although
I'm seeing,
Vi is going to be sitting right there. They might go after the Nami to try and get a little bit more damage, but they're just playing really safe. Ballbreaker is charged. Oh no, she stepped out of the brush. She stepped out of the brush.
no,
The gig is up. The gig is up.
And to be fair, Vi was in there quite a long time.
That was a big waste of Vi's time.
So this is going to be really painful for Wedge, who really needed that. I think he really needed that kill.
I think they just needed something to start going their way. And having your gank fooled not by like enemy intuition or anything, but just
One misstep.
one misstep really feels bad. As YBC ADC goes in for a very good trade. Half health onto the Xayah. A little bit of shielding and health from Yumi does sit by a little bit more time and save them from the lane. But, I mean, Sheen hurts.
Yeah, no, I agree with
Tons of damage.
you. Yep.
Tons of damage. We've made all the wedge punts we possibly can.
We didn't say we didn't wedge the window. We didn't wedge the door.
Wedge the window. Wedge the wall.
This wedge is
Oh,
okay,
man.
we got that one down.
We got that one down. There we are.
Oh, that's a new one.
That is a new one. Again, Vault Breaker in there. Flash from
Under
Nami.
tower.
Yumi is going to be dropping in, and we see a very easy kill. The Hawk comes to play. The Peregrine takes down the fish. We see the bird of prey on the hunt. I'm making all the bird puns I possibly can. Stun does not last. Flash Vault Breaker does not land, and we see a good chunk of damage coming out from Ezreal. In response to that, he goes, yeah, just Keep trying it. Keep trying it. One day you'll do it. One day you'll do it.
YYJDC with a very clean moves to back off on that one, because you know the range of the Vault Breaker is not, in this case, not enough to be trading away. And she actually did have her tower. So
okay. Playing hard. Goes for the ultimate. And gets the final auto attack. Trades back 1 for 1. But in the mid side, something we have not talked about is the fact that Rise went down for the second time to a Sejuani gang. Ultimate is being committed by Kennen as well. Half health on the side of Ornn, but he dashes out, slows the Kennen, and he is out.
That being said, Ornn took a lot of damage on that trade here.
He did. A lot of damage.
Basically, if he wasn't dealing any sort of tank items right then and there, I think Kennen would have had him.
Yeah, and we do see, by the looks of it, not really building the... He's building... Is that Proto Belt? Yeah, that's Proto Belt. So we see AP out of the side of Kennen. So Spectre's Cowl is actually a very good buy, as well as the the boots.
Ooh, there's the stun.
There is the stun. But again, not enough auto attack damage to kind of do anything serious.
The problem was, I remember listening to this over on a podcast I was listening to. Like the 80, like the attack speed Kennen run is not really a viable strategy in this case, but AP Kennen is like super dangerous. And especially with Brotobelt with that lead,
you'll
be able to dive in without any problems.
Absolutely. We do see that he used the ultimate earlier, so he's only about 3/4 of the way. Why was the ADC just going hard in? Hard committing, taking down a huge chunk out of the Vi. Half health committed, and Yumi's shields are not enough. Rise there to kind of say, back off. This is my team.
My team. My rules.
Ooh, Malthazar is going to be going in with the GLP. Looks like he is going for... Is that Glacial Augment?
That is a Glacial Augment build.
That is a Glacial Augment build on the side of Malthazar. Very, very frustrating build to play against.
I actually haven't played against that one because
it slows for days. You get the GLP and then you get the spooky ghosts, and it's just it's frustrating. Slows on slows on slows.
Oof. I think the only time I've actually faced it, and I've seen somebody face it, was like mid lane versus Vel'Koz, and they were going Glacial Augment, and that.
I've played it a bunch as Ahri, which is kind of interesting. Ooh, is Vi going to be going in? Vault Breaker has been charged.
There we go.
Does not connect. We don't see the ultimate committed, but it looks like the Ornn Horn has been thrown down. The challenge is not answered, and Vi is taking a good chunk of damage on the outside. Is Kennen going to be going in? He does have Protobelt almost up, but no. Never mind. Protobelt is about not even halfway done. Ultimate isn't even available. Sejuani goes in, gets a nice shot onto the Vi, and Ornn is going to be going down on the side as well. The Malthazar is there, but he is doing way too much damage. The Rise is also taking way too much damage, but the Kennen taking up and not able to get anything. Nami is there on the side. The pullback is not rooting. Half health traded back onto Zaya as all across the map. All the damage, all the abilities are being used. YYC ADC still continues going a little bit too hard onto Paraguay. The bubble does land, the ignite is on, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get enough damage. The slow from Yumi does land. Is the Q going to be enough? No, the heal is more than enough, taking her back up to almost half health. And Zaya is good for now. The Rift Herald is used by Ono on the top side. 2 turrets down for the side, 4 kills. We are looking at a 28,000 gold lead versus the 23,000 out of the side of Wedge.
The one thing I would say is Kennen actually picked up a kill during that major team fight before going down a tower in this case.
Morella Nomicon was picked up as well, so he is starting to do a lot of damage.
Ooh, yeah, I'm going to be very nervous now because this is the start of the mid. This was already mid game. This is basically mid game at this point, and we're going to start pushing more towards late game.
We do see the Spooky Ghost as well as the GLP completed by Malthazar as well, so that's going to be a lot of slows, a lot of utility coming out from the side of what is also a decently high, high damage build, to be honest. He's probably taken Domination on the side for a cheap shot, and that does a deceptive amount of damage.
Yeah, especially with this Glacial Augment build, the amount of slows you can easily get cheap shot damage without any problems. And you can see here, like, Kennen still just laying waste to this poor Ornn.
Almost half health all the way down with almost no answer. Does finally get on top, but I mean, the Brittle is not doing nearly enough damage. The Ken is able to easily zap his way out of there.
And, like, I'm going to be very honest with you, Drew, here. This is the turning point for both teams. Even though Ono is up 1 kill, the goal difference being a little bit more towards Ono's side, I still think
coming in again, but no.
I still think this is anybody's game right now.
I'm really surprised Vi hasn't focused top lane more. I mean, Kennen's a way easier gank than an Ezreal Nami.
I agree with you, Drew. We're both surprised that that top side gank has not been happening for.
I mean,
for
I get that Xayah is 3-1 and that you want her to succeed, but she doesn't really need help right now.
She doesn't need lane assistance, and especially when she's already 3-1 and already on BF sword and.
Your mid laner is getting jumped on by Sejuani and being taken down. Wow.
No issue.
No issue. 1v1, Sejuani is taking down your mid laner. Your Rise is 0-4. Vi, you really need to... Please help your mid laner. Rise can carry you.
Help your mid laner, help your top laner. I think that is the critical aspect of Vi's kit right now.
Even if you don't help top laner, your mid laner's getting dunked on by the jungler. Sejuani does damage, but man, she should not be doing that much damage.
The fact that Sejuani being able to pick up kills in this case is kind of scary in my opinion.
It is, and sure, it might have been a misplay from Rise. He could have phased rushed or dodged a couple of those abilities, but still, he's sitting on 140 CS at 0-4.
Yeah, it's against the Malthazar, who's 165, 2 assists. That's he's almost full build in this case. He's getting up to his 3rd item now, and
I mean, he's a little bit far away from full build, but we are gonna see another blasting one. I assume he's gonna go Rylith's Crystal Scepter, to be honest.
Yeah,
just to
agree
add
with you
insult
there.
to injury when it comes to slows.
No, that's exactly the build, and it's just perma-slow.
Perma-slow over and over and over again.
And look what the Israel's going. She's going. Israel's going with the classic all blue.
All blue build. I like that. Not a whole lot of damage being put down onto the Sejuani. She does have Warmogs built right now. This is a very popular build. Basically, tank up the damage, heal up with the Warmogs. This Wind Drake is going to be taken up. 2 Wind Drakes for the side of Ono.
This is not even an issue for Ono here. They're just putting their stamp and their namesake, showing the power of basically what this team comp can do. Malthazar doing the glacial augment route is not usually common in my opinion, but that means because I see a lot more one-shot builds.
I mean, that's what I tend to build. I won't lie.
You're not the only one, Drew. Like that, it is a pretty popular build to make happen.
It is. Xayah is pushing against him. I wonder how much damage she's going to be able to do. YYC ADC, we see the ultimate committed, but it goes wide. Wave is also there on the side to try and build a little bit more time while they get some
there's
damage going onto the side. The teleport is being committed, but half health onto the Xayah. Very good flash. Vi is there on the side in order to evade the kills. 600 gold picked up. Shut down on the side of the Malthazar. We see the Ornhorn being blown, knocked down, pulled back, and the Arctic Assault there to buy a little bit of time. The teleport is going to build all 3. The True Shot Barrage goes wide. Yuumi ultimate across all 3 members, but it's not enough as YBC ADC goes down for the count. Yuumi picks up a second one. Sussy Meat takes down Peace, and we see a very good turnaround. Not respecting the Rise follow-up from there. Was also not expecting 3 people to pop out there.
Ooh, buddy, don't get caught out there.
Nope. We see 4 members going for the side of Baron now. Wedge has their eyes on the Baron.
Oh,
Yuumi is on the side. Xayah is there to start shredding. Kennen is there, but only at half health. He could get in there. Sejuani is up. Full health. We see Malthazar on there as well. Full team fight committed. Sejuani is going in immediately onto the entire enemy team, but is down to half health. The Baron is not taking the damage that it needs to. She is still there. Blast comes immediately over there, but shut down onto Sejuani, and the Baron goes over to the side of Wedge after a very tense team fight. I was worried. Not gonna lie, I was really worried. I was expecting to see a massive AoE series of ultimates, but no. Wedge correctly identifies
Yeah.
and correctly targets the Kennen. Sejuani, she may do damage, but she doesn't do that much damage versus 4 people.
I
And they
agree.
stop her from doing enough damage to smite the Baron.
She also
Very good
loses
play
her
from
flash.
Wedge.
Also, the blast cone puts her back in the Baron pit. That was kind of interesting.
She was going for the steal.
Ah, okay.
Sejuani was going for the steal, but just really good, solid, patient play from the side of Wedge in that Baron. A lot of teams would have backed off at that point. Seeing major AoE teamfight ultimates, seeing the jungler up, a lot of teams would have failed. Wedge committed, and they were rewarded for their tenacity. Very well done. They are back in this game 100%, 38,000 to 37,000.
Yep, so only a 1k gold lead here, and this Ornn is already building a lot of items. The fact of the matter is, he does not have to leave base. He just builds the items on him, just in the middle of the rift. So this is going to be a critical point, where not only that you can see Abyssal Mask completed.
Double Abyssal Mask. You see Abyssal Mask for both Vi and Ornn.
I was just about to say that.
Mid lane
But
turret
double-
is going to get sieged down. Vault Breaker is being charged.
Yup.
Not going to be going in. Oh, really bad move. Kennen is on the side.
Catch.
Wave is caught onto the mid laner, and she goes down.
That was exactly
Mibiku.
what Ono needed right there. Is Vi just needs to be caught off guard. Now it's just a slaughter.
Ultimate committed from there. What are you going to do? You got 5 members closing down on you. You might have an ultimate Xayah, but Malthazar slows for days.
And now the question becomes, who's left to have the who has the Baron buff still?
Well, 3 members still have the Baron buff, but 5 members are pushing down mid lane turret. Ornhorn is committed. Kennen is on the back line. He's doing a huge amount of damage, but the Zhonya's is now committed. He gets knocked up almost immediately as we see 1 go down for the side of Ono in exchange for 1 inhibitor turret. Vault Breaker in there, but the Essence Flux is able to buy a little bit of time. The Malefic Vision is burning him down. Rise is there on the side. He does get a very good couple of abilities off, able to take on Ezreal in fluing. 4 members, 3 members now are pushing in on the Malthazar. Too little, too late. It is a trade, 1 for 1. 3 kills for the side of 1 on Wedge, and really just kind of resets the map. We see Vi with Baron buff still up, but I mean, there's not much that they can do.
I honestly, I think Vi is just going to just run it down mid at this point. There's not really much they need to do. They need to just start setting up for this dragon here. And an Infernal Dragon of all things for Wedge here. This is going to be a big
This is
turn point.
some serious RNG right here. Ornn is able to push in the bot tier 2 turret, but in exchange for all of this, Wedge picks up an Infernal and matches Ono blow for blow. 13 to 13, 43,000 to 42,000, roughly.
Drew,
It's an even match.
It's an even match. And honestly, I want to know, Drew, because you're a little bit more experienced than I am in this. If you were in Wedge's shoes now, you have the wind at your sails. What's your play now?
So, Baron isn't going to be up for a little bit. They made a risky call around there. You have the scaling potential with both the Rise and the Xayah.
Yeah.
Ezreal does a lot of poke damage, and realistically, this entire team is just about poking down, slowing, and picking off. You only have a Kennen as a major teamfight threat. Sejuani a little bit, but realistically, everyone else is just slowing and doing single target damage. Wedge
true.
does single target damage better. They have a Vi who can literally just say, no, you, stay still until I tell you so.
That's true. They also have the same thing going on with a Rise. If she connects all the visibilities, I'm pretty sure that locks them down.
I'm pretty sure that kills them.
That's also true.
Like,
They also have a
an
Xayah who's basically got not only IE.
Yeah, that is the upgraded IE since they've got an Ornn on their team. She's also got Essence Reaver. So this is a big damage spike. 2 major crit items completed. Xayah, I've done this build a lot with Sivir, but Xayah also has the teamfight potential with her passive.
That's
so
true.
the feathers can rip through and start to do more damage as well.
The
Double
one thing
crit-
I'd say is
Yeah.
as Ono's power is going to start falling off pretty darn soon, especially for Israel.
I wouldn't say it falls off, but what I would say is you need long, drawn-out team fights with Ezreal and the Malthazar
That's
in order
true.
to do more. And unfortunately, you know who does long, drawn-out team fights better?
Wedge.
Rise.
Oh yeah.
Rise cycling through his abilities over and over will absolutely outscale and absolutely outdamage. And you can see it. They're trying to pick off. They're trying to get picks using the Spooky Ghosts, using the Essence Flux to try and get around. But Wedge is just not having it. They're waiting for the Baron. They're waiting for everything to start to spawn up. The Sejuani is waiting in the wings, but
Look at the
doesn't
Orin.
matter.
Like,
Orin's
he's
just
starting to
pushing
push.
down bot.
Owen's pushing down bot. Everybody's kind of scrambled here. Ono's a little bit. I think Ono's a little bit scrambled right now because they need to figure out. Oh, that's.
I think
cheap.
they're a little frazzled. Like,
Yeah.
Wedge has just caught them out and team fought a little bit better. And frankly speaking, normally Ono's the one that team fights better.
And that's the thing. And I think in this case, I've seen the Kleptomancy Israel builds. He has a problem with a bit late game, where Zaya has a better late game in this case. So I think the power
Absolutely.
is going to start shifting from the.
Oh, Vi and Yumi are getting caught out. The ultimate committed from Yumi to basically tell Ono to screw off for a little bit.
Yeah, and
Big team fight ultimate is committed though. We see Sejuani use the blast cone. Are they gonna start Baron? Nope.
they're just
they're
waiting. Oh no,
just
but
waiting.
Israel pokes him off. So there is going to be a little extra damage coming on Ono's side.
Sejuani just waiting there, trying to get in. Vault Breaker is committed. Not even breaking the shields though.
That's the thing. I don't know how much Wedge's damage can do, especially with
The Vi doesn't have damage, but the Zaya definitely does. So, as much as we're watching these two, it is all about the carries. It is all about who can free fire and who can kill who first.
Yeah.
If
and
Wedge gets on Ezreal or Malthazar and takes one or both of them down, heck, if they take down Kennen, that is almost all of the team fight power gone from Ono.
True. And like, this is actually kind of eggs in a basket for Ono. They have to commit basically one massive team fight right now to really turn this game back into their favor, or really risk watching this orange split push bot.
Well, he's already almost taken one turret.
Well, he almost has. Like, yeah, he almost has. He's nearly taken that, and he can almost take the base in this case.
You could push up. You could take tier 1 turret on the top side.
If I was Wedge right now, especially with Azaya, I'd start pushing that top tower.
Oh, Vi is on the hunt. Flash ultimate is committed. The Vault Breaker is going to be committed as well. Flash out from the side of Malthazar. Ultimate committed as well, but the flash from Zaya is not able to connect. A very interesting. I could have sworn 3 feathers hit, but no, apparently it missed Kennen just by that much.
You have to respect the speed on Kennen here. The fact that little guy has a lot of speed in his kit is also one of the things that lets Kennen get away from situations.
Half health. Wave committed as well. Seraph is used. Mimikuni is able to get a return kill. Kennen is going immediately in, able to burst down Vi to around half health. Malthazar into the side, but the shields are starting to come through. The long-term team fight is turning the way of Wedge. Orenhorn is blasted, but he doesn't get the second bar. The knockup is not there. Slows are being used. Sejuani ultimate is committed. Vi is still alive somehow, and she's just continuing to tank for the rest of the team. The Zaya is doing way too much damage. Ezreal is forced out of the fight. The ultimate from Malthazar is used, but Zaya is still alive. She's still free firing. 3 members are still alive for the side of Ono. 4 members are going to go down for the side of Wedge. Sorry, 3 members, and it's a 3 for 3 with Ornn running away. Sejuani flashes forward, is able to get a good slow, but it doesn't look like enough. Wow.
What a team fight in this case. That was insane.
That was...
How did the Vi survive through all of that is beyond me now.
The Yumi shields, the shields in general, just wow.
And now Ono gets to start the Baron for the first time.
2 members alive, and Vi is also alive, but unfortunately I don't think she's going to be able to get there in time. 4 members are up, 5 members now. Kennen is heading the way. Blue team, Ono easily secures the Baron after that.
And
Wedge took their foot off the gas for just a second, and unfortunately it cost them a big purple worm.
Yeah, in this case, this is going to be massive for Ono. Being able to push down basically the rest of the towers or the base itself. You need Wedge. slow the pace down again. You just need to take the pace back in your favor.
I don't even know if they should. Honestly, I feel like Wedge has proven that they can go toe-to-toe with Ono in a straight team fight and come out potentially victorious. At this point,
True.
We're looking at 50, 55, 56,000 gold apiece. We see defensive items starting to be built by the ADCs. We see a Blade of the Rune King being completed by the Ezreal. We see a Quicksilver Sash being completed by the Xayah to survive just a little bit longer.
Oh, QSS on Xayah. That's actually really good, especially against Vi and basically the whole team comp.
Well, I mean, Sejuani is, I think, the big one. That or Malthazar, you can Quicksilver Sash the...
No, I want to say Mal for sure Sejuani, and then Kennen stun. That's pretty big.
That would also be pretty big.
Nami bubble as well. So that's basically...
And Kennen didn't do a whole lot in that. He took Vi down to half health, but other than that, I mean, the carries were just free-firing half the time.
That's true. And that's the thing with these basically I want to say hyper carries in this case. And I wouldn't really group Xayah into a hyper carry. She is pretty versatile.
I would potentially say she's a little bit of a hyper carry. She's at least a hard carry.
She's definitely... I would not contest the fact that she's a hard carry.
Ornn is on the side. Vi is committing onto the Malthazar. Kennen is immediately going to go onto the Xayah, and that is a very crucial kill picked up. Peregrine is down for the count, and unfortunately, I think we are seeing the demise of Wedge as Ono is rampaging through them.
Oh, there it is.
4 people down for the side of Wedge, and after what was a very tense series of movements, Ono finally finds the fight that they want. Wedge caught just a little bit too hard, Vi going a little too deep, and Kennen finally able to get on the back line. We see the shred, we see the damage. Ornn is slammed, but it is too little too late. He's going to get crushed down. Nexus turret's down. Ono for the win after what potentially was the longest 33-minute game that I have seen in a very long time.
This was the match that was needed here.
Oh, man.
Nice. Finally.
We're so used to seeing stomps. It was really nice to see an even game. Or at least a somewhat even game. Ono definitely was in the driver's seat for the most of it.
to just get a nice, chunky clip of that massive team fight right in the middle.
Yeah.
Because that was literally the turning point for either team to win this match.
And they still went even. It wasn't until Wedge got caught out, or rather, Wedge caught themselves out. I'm sorry, but that Vi went so deep. Just going in for the Malthazar. Fair enough. You definitely should do that, but I would have taken the Kennen personally.
I agree with you there, Drew. The Kennen was definitely more of a priority target, but it's because of his AoE stun and the AoE damage.
You saw him just tear through Xayah. She would thought, oh man, I can get through here, but nope, forced the ultimate out, forced everything out, and boom. Suddenly your main carry is down, suddenly your Ryze is down, suddenly your Vi is being tanked down, suddenly everyone's suddenly down, and Ornn's left alone on the fountain. It's like, okay.
And
GG.
even then, he was still holding out. Like, he still held it out all the way to the end, which, props to you, buddy. Respect. As, like, I do play Ornn every now and then, but it's not amazing.
It's not, but you know what? Good game all around. Good job, Ono. Ono, of course, is going to be in our finals bracket alongside Masters Overrated. Next week is going to finalize. I believe if Team Win wins, they will be finalized as well, along with Wedge. Wedge, I believe, is the current standing, along with Black Lotus. It's one of those 3 teams is going to get the final spot. Perfect. So, anything you want to add?
Hopefully, Riot fixes up this kind of a crazy mess that they've gotten themselves into.
It's not that crazy, but
it's pretty bad.
And we didn't see too many bugs.
I should show you the list that I've curated.
I will watch the list after this. But for now, I think that's us signing off. So as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying. That has been 3 games with, of course, your host, Drew Trackout Crawford. Joining me on the desk tonight, as always, has been Jojo Barrientos, aka JB Red Phoenix, in the chat. And we are going to be signing off for next time. Have yourselves a good night.
See you guys next week.
End.